everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to do a first impression and comparison between the Beauty Blender foundation and the Fenty Beauty Filt'r foundation. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. The reason why I chose these two foundations is because they're very much talked about at the moment. Fenty Beauty specifically is quite highly rated by the beauty community, so I'll be interested to know if it works for me. So I've got olive skin and a mixed skin type, so I've got an oily T-zone and dry everywhere else. So as you can see, I'm not wearing any foundation today, so it gives you a correct representation of what the color and the foundation and what it basically looks like on my skin. I don't know if I've got the correct shade for my skin type. The Fenty Beauty foundation, I've actually got it as a gift, so that's probably a bit too dark for me. But the Beauty Blender Bounce foundation, I've tried to match this online and it took me about an hour to try and find my shade. I'm pretty sure I still didn't get the right shade for me, but we'll see how I get on. One thing that I must say about the Beauty Blender foundation is trying to find your match online if you don't have the opportunity to go to a shop, or if you don't have a shop like me, anywhere where I could just go and try and find a match. So there isn't really a video out there, or there isn't really a way that you can try and find the right one for you. So that I found that quite frustrating, to be very honest. My day-to-day foundation is Estee Lauder Dbl Wear. I've used this foundation for a couple of years now, and I believe that if it's not broke, don't fix it. However, I also believe that you shouldn't just settle for a product. You should always go and try and find other products that might be good for you. So enough about me going on a tangent. Let's actually start trying the foundation. Before I begin, let me just show you a comparison between the Beauty Blender, which I've just purchased recently when I got the Beauty Blender foundation, and the Beauty Sponge. Look at the difference in size. This I bought as a set and it cost me about 11–12 pounds from Boots. I know it was an offer, but still. And this cost me 17 pounds. And it's just crazy, look at the difference. I actually haven't used this yet. What I will do is I will use it alongside the foundation. I know this is not going to be my color. As I said, I didn't purchase this myself. I got it as a gift from my sister, but I'll give it a go either way. This foundation is supposed to be long wearing, so hopefully it will do that. And it's supposed to be quite matte. And also it's supposed to blend in very well. So we'll see how that goes. Packaging of it is pretty, it's quite simple. It's just got the Fenty Beauty logo at the front. It's got the lid at the top, which is plastic. But to be honest with you, foundation packaging is not important. What is important is if it blends in well and if it's the right foundation for you. So let's start and see how I get on. So as you can see, there's definitely a difference in color. I've already done my eyes. It'll be interesting to see how well it blends in. Luckily, I have got a few spots around my face. It's not lucky, but it's lucky to see if this foundation will cover the imperfections. I do find that before I do a video, that's when I start breaking out all of these spots. It's all the stress. No, not really. I don't know. I haven't been great with taking my foundation off properly at night, so this is what happens. Make sure you clean your skin. Make sure you don't just use cleaning wipes. Actually use face wash. You will end up breaking out with different spots. Okay, so far I'm not hating it. Other than the color difference, I'm not hating it. And in all honesty, I've used a bit here. I didn't actually use that much, and it's definitely full coverage. I do really like the Beauty Sponge. I think it's such good value for money. I'll be interested to see what the Beauty Blender actually does and how it works in comparison to this. So yeah, first impression, I think it blends in well. I think that it's not looking cakey, and I definitely would say that it is full coverage. So well done, Fenty Beauty. She did get a lot of praise for going through different range of colors from light to dark. So she was very successful in that. It's not the same thing I could say about the Beauty Blender Bounce. They did get a lot of bad press because they had a range of light beige colors, medium brown, and then a few of dark colors. So I'm not sure if they've changed that since then. The color of the Pro Filter foundation is 240, so it's probably gonna be a good color for me when I'm tanned in the summer. My tan has gone pretty much now. So in the meantime, what I'll end up doing is when I want to look a bit more tanned, I'll use this one. I'm almost done with the Estee Lauder Dbl Wear, so I'm actually considering changing it to Fenty Beauty. But I'm happy, as I said, I'm happy with it. I have no bad things to say about it. And between the time that I applied it to now, it's probably been around over half an hour. So I don't think, let me check my mirror, I don't think that it looks cakey or it's gathered anywhere around here. Obviously, if you want to add more coverage, you just add more foundation. I don't tend to add that much foundation because I don't like the look of sort of a full face. It's just personal preference. So if I wanted to cover that spot there, I would have just added more foundation. Yeah, I'm happy with it. There isn't really anything else that I can say about it. So very well done, Fenty Beauty. So what I'm going to do now is take my foundation off, take my lipstick off, and just leave my eye makeup on and try the Beauty Blender Bounce foundation. So I'm going to talk about this one in just a moment. So I've prepped my face with the Huda Beauty pre-makeup base. Obviously added the moisturizer as well. So I've still got this in the packaging. And the packaging is quite cute. I'm just gonna read literally what it says on the packaging. The weightless buildable whipped liquid can be layered from medium to maximum coverage to address both tone and texture. Never dull or greasy. Skin gets that pro artist velveteen finish that looks picture perfect in real life and on screen. It's got full coverage, velveteen finish, moisture boosting hyaluronic acid, antioxidant rich white birch extract. I don't know what that means. So it's quite cute. The front, well actually the back of it, you can see it's glass and it's not sort of see-through, and it's got an on and off button. Packaging looks quite cute, but at the end of the day, is it the right formula? Is it gonna blend in well, and what's the end result really? So let's see. I've hopefully matched my color, so I've added about this much, and I'm just gonna add it on the Beauty Blender. I think I might need more to cover the imperfection, although I thought that I've added quite a lot. But what I do have to take into consideration is that I am using a different, well, I'm using a Beauty Blender instead of the sponge, so potentially why it might look different. Okay. I'm not hating it so far. I do feel like it doesn't have that full coverage. What I might actually do, use the beauty sponge rather than the Beauty Blender and see if that makes a difference. I do think that I can still see my spots underneath, so there's not that much of a full coverage, I don't know. But the colour definitely matches my skin tone. So as I said, I don't hate it, I just don't, so far, don't think that it's amazing. I'm gonna add a bit more but on this time I'm gonna use my beauty sponge instead of the beauty blender. And let's try again. This time I've added the foundation straight on the sponge. Another thing about foundation is you do have to let it settle, so you can't really tell straight off the bat. The color also changes, funnily enough. My other videos where I used the Estee Lauder foundation, although it looked incredibly white, actually doesn't look that bad in real life. Light started to go, so hopefully there isn't that much of a difference between the light, and it's about 5 o'clock, so I'm gonna try and be as quick as I can. Just wanted to show you guys what the foundation actually looks like. Hopefully I won't be sitting in the dark in a minute. But I will finish my makeup off with the foundation, the highlighter and everything, and I'll let you know my final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts. I've finished off my makeup. I've added the fixing powder, the highlighter, the contouring and everything. So I don't think that it's the worst foundation I've ever used. I've let it settle a little bit. I've let it go into my skin. It gathers around my lips and around here a little bit. I'll come closer. You can see a bit here. It doesn't gather around my nose, and it doesn't have that full coverage either. You can still see my spot there. Between prices, between the beauty blender and Estee Lauder is only £1 or so. I don't hate it, but I don't think it's a foundation that is that amazing, but I'll definitely say Fenty Beauty is my numero uno. This is it from me today. Thanks very much for watching. I'd love to know in the comments below if you've used these two foundations, or is there any foundation that you particularly like? Is there anything that you would like me to review? Or if any of these two foundations, if you've got any specific questions that you'd like to know, please do let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment, and turn on the notification button, because that way it'll tell you when I've uploaded a new video, which is every Monday. See you soon!